Hey, I'm Dan. I'm with Tino from Of Mice and Men. We're about to go through his drum setup, and make sure you subscribe.
So my kit is DW Drums. It's a drum workshop out of Oxnard, California. And the actual drums themselves on the entire thing, except for this drum, it's all made of cherry wood, which is, if you're a drummer or gear or wood or anything, if you know anything about that.
I'm a wood nerd.
Yeah, a wood nerd, okay. As far as drum kits go, it sits in between like a sound of maple and birch, so it's dark and warm, but it still has a good amount of attack. John Good is the wood whisperer, and he finds woods that you wouldn't think could be made into musical instruments. As you notice, I have two snare drums here. One's wood because I love the way that this snare drum sounds, but I'll use this one because it's metal and it cuts through everything better. It's kind of like a hybrid kit. I try and keep the wood and the cymbals and everything. That's raw audio.
Yeah.
What you hear is what you get. And then here's like my extra, little doodads and sound effects. And that's a snare drum. And then I have a bunch of different sound effects loaded up with banks and stuff like that. The air horn, the bing, 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 bing. Love hitting that one, yep.
So why have you gone with double kick rather than a double kick pedal?
I really like the way that it feels, and it has more power, and when I kick my left foot, I hit a drum instead of hitting air. For me, I wanted to add that to my setup because A, it looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
And B, it serves its functionality purpose as well. I'm a really heavy hitter. I'll kick forever, I'll throw my arms around and stuff like that. And so for me, it just feels like that part was missing from the drum set.
There's a very special relationship within a band between the rhythm section, between a drummer and a bass player, and like, how do you look at that? How do you approach that?
I don't even really have to talk to Aaron about it. We just kind of like click together, and the way that his rhythms and my rhythms together just kind of make it sound a lot more full, because he'll fill in places that doesn't just match up to my kicks and stuff like that. And we didn't always write like that, but we really like doing that.
Yeah, as you grow as players, I think that starts to happen naturally, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
and you pick up in it way more.
Yeah, we don't even have to say it when we know that, oh, that part slams for sure.
The thing is, I think when a lot of players first start, they'll look to their influences and they'll find the guys that they want to emulate to a certain degree.
Absolutely.
And then they work within those techniques they've learned their own style.
Yeah.
But that should be a thing which is still happening.
Oh,
absolutely. A lot of people feel that shuts off once you get to being in a big band or whatever.
Right. No, that's absolutely not the case. I mean, my playing style has evolved over the years. A lot of the drummers that I listened to when I started, I still listen to them today, but I don't necessarily emulate them as much as I did when I was starting. Being a drummer when I started, and the whole idea of drums to me when I started is completely different from the way that I understand it now, where I could tell you the woods, I could tell you why I use certain things.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was like, I'm gonna buy this drum set because drums are cool because they're loud. And as I grow up as a musician, the influences change, but the idea behind it all, which is just to have fun, that has to stay the same for me.
Right, thanks for watching. Remember, you can subscribe, also give us a like. If you click on the eye, it will link you to other videos. And if you look in the description, there'll be links to our socials where you can follow us and keep up to date with all the stuff that's going on. Thanks a lot.